is Asia First.
Good morning, I'm Julie Yu. It's 9 a.m. here in Singapore and 9 p.m. in Florida, where Milton made landfall moments ago as a Category 3 hurricane. As scientists define landfall as the moment the eye of the hurricane moves over the coast, although the approach of the eye wall in the hours before can be more devastating. And Milton is expected to strike a densely populated zone, including Tampa, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. And Florida is no stranger to hurricanes, having been battered by a series of recent devastating storms, and millions have fled as officials warn those who stay could die. More than 600,000 homes are without power. Now, this is a developing story, and we'll bring you more updates in just a bit.
I'm Arnold Gay. The other headlines we are tracking this hour: Israel's ground invasion in Lebanon stretching into its second week.
Finds itself facing a conflict and a humanitarian crisis of catastrophic proportions.
President Biden speaking with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, asking him to minimize harm to civilians, even as the conflict intensifies, with the warring sides trading heavy fire. Defense Minister Yoav Gallant says a retaliatory strike against Iran will be lethal, precise, and surprising. Plus, Southeast Asia's leaders set to hold summit talks with Chinese Premier Li Qiang. Frictions in one of the world's busiest maritime waterways, the South China Sea, on the agenda, and with recent clashes between Beijing's vessels and Philippine and Vietnamese fishermen.
I'm Elizabeth Neo. One of Asia's greatest industrialists has died. Ratan Tata led Indian conglomerate Tata Group for more than 2 decades, leading the acquisitions of Jaguar Land Rover and steelmaker cores. And I'll have more on the 86-year-old's legacy ahead on Asia First. Also coming up, Asia-Pacific markets track Wall Street higher as investors look ahead to key U.S. inflation data for clues on the Fed's anticipated policy easing in the coming months.
And mental health at work is the theme of this year's World Mental Health Day. The WHO says 12 billion working days are lost every year to depression and anxiety, costing the global economy $1 trillion in lost productivity. But first, Hurricane Milton has made landfall in the U.S. state of Florida.
The state's governor says the storm is in the process of crossing Sarasota County. Now, this is Sarasota. Just a short while ago, people have been told to take shelter and that it's too late to evacuate. The National Hurricane Center is warning of life-threatening storm surges, damaging winds, and flooding rains.
As satellite tracking shows, the eye of the storm straddling land. It has weakened to Category 3, a mid-level severity, but is packing winds of up to 200 kilometers per hour. The government warned people in the path of the storm's eye not to underestimate the calm before and after landfall.